That toy life. To catch these ghosts, you need the real Ghostbusters.
Nice landing, Han Solo.
Spaceships and Luke Skywalker sold separately. Batteries not included.
That toy life.
Well, that was a fun intro. Who's your favorite?
I was waiting
Avenger?
to see if Ashley would play along, and he was like, "I'm having none of it."
He's
Dude,
professional.
Dude, I'm sorry. I'm like sending out tweets talking about we're going live and stuff. I'm sorry.
Here's a question for you. Who's your favorite Avenger?
Ooh, gosh, there's so many.
You don't.
I only pick one. I'd have to go with Iron Man. Probably.
Wrong.
Captain America.
Wrong. It's Hawkeye. It's Hawkeye all day. Because at the end of the day, who's going to save the world better than a man who just knows how to kick butt with a bow and arrow?
I was going to say Toad. Is Toad considered an Avenger?
No.
You just like someone's going to burn you at the stake now for that.
It's part of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants.
No, seriously, he would be my favorite.
Where
hopping around with his long tongue.
I always wanted to know your line of thought on that was like Toad. Ray Park.
Because I love Ray Park.
Yeah.
He's my favorite character because he was just like this ridiculous character. I mean, really, it made no sense. He's bouncing around and he's a kung fu. I
was about to say to you, like, well, if Ray Park were an Avenger, who would he be? I think the closest you probably get is Iron Fist. He tried to be Iron Fist for a while. He lost.
Oh yeah, no, they were trying to get that. And to be honest with you, now I'm like, I wish they had gotten it.
Yeah, what's his face was horrible, man.
Yeah, I really do. He for a hot minute, I remember talking to him at a convention about it, and he was dead set on trying to do that. I think they even did like a fan made, test footage kind of trailer thing they did. I can't remember something like that.
I bet one of the biggest reasons why it never came to fruition was he really was unproven as an actual actor still. Like people still only knew him. Yeah. And still people only know him through his physical roles. Like just to his physical, I mean, like Snake Eye, I'd say arguably close up to Maul in terms of roles he'll be recognized for. And that's a character that doesn't speak at all.
Right, and that's the thing.
Dubbed him.
Maul's dubbed over now by Sam Witwer, and I mean that's not a bad thing. He's got the perfect iconic Maul voice now.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing though is they don't think that Ray Park can. I mean, and he doesn't have the traditional voice of a leading man, because usually they're, hey, what's going on? Hey, or something like that. But with Ray, he's got just that strong, hey, what's going on? Hey,
that is
what's your name?
Voice.
Where's my mustard? Huh?
Wow.
So that's how those Avengers talk. But then you throw in Ray Park, and he's just got this real strong, like British accent. It's like I get it, but I feel like that's wrong. They should. I could see him trying to lead something more, especially in the Marvel universe. That's one person that they haven't utilized. Here's another question for you. Who do you think has not contributed to the MCU yet that should contribute to it?
Character or actor?
Actor, like an actor presence, even a director or something like that. But I would strongly suggest steer towards actor. Like somebody, it would be like saying, what if Tom Cruise was in the Marvel
No, I was going
universe?
to say, nobody say Tom Cruise. No, I don't.
So don't. That was an example. Don't say that. Yeah. But that's an example. Who do you think should, or who do you think has not been involved yet? It should be.
That's a good question, actually.
That is a good question.
Yeah, in terms of behind the camera. But the thing is, I don't know what he would do.
If you want to throw it, like I said, if you can steer towards the actor, easy. Yeah. If not, throw me a director or something like. Because I could say I wish Christopher Nolan would switch up and do a Marvel movie and see what that would look like.
See, I was gonna say actually, but the thing is, he does story. He likes to keep his stories when it comes to film is very simplistic. It's Taylor Sheridan. Yeah, but because if you ever watch an interview with him, he even said it at one point, like, I'm allergic to exposition. Because he spent a long years as an actor, and he kind of like it almost rubs him the wrong way having to do exposition for years. Like it's just basically a character sitting and telling information for the audience.
Yep.
And
exactly.
so basically, when he approaches writing, he keeps it as simple as possible so that he can avoid needing exposition. So it would have to be some kind of Marvel film, Marvel story that would have to be as simplistic as possible. So it can't be complicated. You can't get into like Infinity War, Endgame type stuff. Like maybe it was something
I could see Christopher Nolan doing a Doctor Strange movie. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because of the complexities they could do with it. Because think about it. Look at Doctor Strange right now coming out, or the not Doctor Strange, the Spider-Man movie coming out with Doctor Strange.
Mm-hmm.
And you're seeing all this stuff going on. It's kind of Inceptionist. So it's like
that visual is definitely
you could definitely see somebody like Christopher Nolan like going bananas with some concept in the Marvel universe and making some thought specific kind of movie like that. But I'm not saying that that's who I think should contribute, but that's just another example of who you know.
Yeah, but I mean,
powerhouse.
He doesn't make Marvel type movies.
Yeah.
What's Marvel type movies? What's that mean?
Oh, well, I would say action-packed, fun. You have to have some fun in there, and not so.
His tone is very different from the typical Marvel film. I would say that. His tone is very, very different. It would be a completely different type of Marvel movie if he were to pop one out.
But see, that's the thing is, I would. What if Christopher Nolan played within those? I
was going to say that would also be the harder part of it, is with how boxed in Marvel keeps their movies and their filmmakers.
That's why I say Doctor Strange would be a good idea, because of the fact it would. I feel like that would be the only thing that would strike his interest, because he could do some sort of, like I said, a multi-layered mind bender brain movie with Doctor Strange.
Because I feel like the first second, like someone came in with notes, he'd be like, "Okay, I'm out. I'm out. I'm not doing it."
Right.
Anyway,
so who do you think, Ray?
I think I have an actor.
Go ahead.
I was saying Taylor Sheridan for behind the camera, but in front of the camera, you know what? Tom Jane. I have not seen. I wouldn't mind seeing Tom.
Because we're not considering Punisher, the one he was in. We're not considering that canon. So you want to see him come back and do something.
Yeah, I don't know what he would do. I'm just saying, like, I like him as an actor. Like, I loved him throughout The Expanse.
No, for sure. I'm wondering. I don't know what. I don't know
who he would be, but I would not say no to like seeing him in something.
Who could he play? I mean, is there any ideas of who he could be in the universe?
God, I don't even know who's left.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. I'm ignorant.
I don't think we can go back to Punisher, because I have a feeling, like, with how things have been looking, I think all that has to happen is Marvel needs to just talk to John Bernthal, and he's going to be back in. I think the only thing they're trying to figure out is, if we were to do Punisher, how do we do it while keeping the character right? And they can't do it on Disney Plus, obviously. They'd have to put him somewhere else if they're going to do something TV like.
And if they're going to be bringing back Punishers, they don't need to be Tom Jane. It needs to be Dolph Lundgren first. No, I'm joking. But I'm totally joking.
You got the whole X-Men that's just waiting to burst on the scene. So
really? That's what I'm ready for.
So okay, there you go. So let's work in that area real quick. So X-Men.
I'll be honest with you. I could see him playing Gambit. I hope that doesn't sound bad.
Too old. I was going to say, like, we have to figure it out.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, what about Cyclops?
Too old.
Too old?
I think
what if they approached it from Cyclops is more of a veteran type character, and
I would just think that they would reboot X-Men. I mean, this is what I'm thinking.
So you're wanting to see the X-Men as like X-Men babies. You want them coming from the crib again.
Well, I was thinking also from the idea of like how,
it's just like I
was thinking. Well, also think about how they approached Ant-Man though, because they could have easily just started from Hank Pym being a fresh-faced 20-year-old genius scientist and just have like their own new Iron Man, but they kind of jumped from the idea of we're going to do legacy. So he's been Ant-Man for a long time, so we're going to pass the baton on. I don't know. I just like I like Tom Jane, so I'm gonna say I want some success for Tom Jane.
Yeah.
He just wants his kids back.
Have we seen because Bill Murray hasn't been in the Marvel universe yet,
but he's about to be.
Is he about to be?
Yeah. He signed on for Ant-Man.
Sweet. Okay.
He's got some. I
was going to say they're always snagging good people. Yeah. Then probably
Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Dan Aykroyd would be, and I could see him playing like like an alien character or something. Kind of like Coneheads ish. He's just like, hey, I am Beldar.
See, we're just thinking about old people though. Like we're thinking about older actors because I'm just
I mean that's
my
where
next
I come
one was
from.
going to be. Oh yeah, my next one was going to be John Cusack. But you know what? He would never do it. He would never touch a Marvel movie because
I would love to see John Cusack in a Marvel movie.
Like
I miss when John Cusack would instead of just trying to do weird, obscure stuff. I would like him.
Grosse Point Blank again. I'd love another.
Yes, yes. Grosse Point Blank and High Fidelity and Grosse Point Blank are his two. Well, that and then Say Anything are his magnum opuses to me. Those are the holy trinity of John Cusack movies.
You can get you can also give him a coda with what's it called? I'll say coda with Serendipity.
Yeah. I mean, I like
that.
That's in one of the because I don't know. It's like I'd have to find a John Cusack movie I hated. Anyway, don't want to go down that hole. But no, and I guess I gave my actor. Go ahead, Ashley. What would you think?
I was thinking Christian Bale, but he's already in Thor: Love and Thunder. So
what's his character's name?
Gore, the God Killer.
Gore, yeah, Gore. So I remember it's a weird name.
So I'm thinking maybe Jim Carrey as sort of a not obscure Marvel villain, but definitely like a C-level villain, like Ringmaster. A traveling circus. He's the leader of the circus.
I mean, what's not unheard of to take some ridiculous. I'll say James Gunn's really made an idea or something that Marvel and DC now started doing is like if we can do it right, we can really plunder these very small, even ridiculous characters and make them engaging. Like Polka Dot Man was the biggest surprise of the year to me of a character that sounds so ridiculous on paper, and he made such a fleshed out, empathetic, a character that you can really feel a lot of sympathy for. That so much so that you feel terrible when he dies at the end.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised
if
if
spoiled it for me. No.
I wouldn't be surprised if they could do something like that. And if it was something ridiculous enough, I could see Jim Carrey getting interested in that. Yeah.
Speaking of Jim Carrey, have any of y'all seen that Sonic trailer?
Yes.
The new Sonic?
I liked it.
He looked, and Jim Carrey, he looked fantastic.
Tell me, were you surprised with how Idris Elba sounded as Knuckles?
Oh yeah. Because it was scary too. I was like, oh no.
Like if I didn't know beforehand that it was Idris Elba voicing him, I wouldn't have known. Like he does like if that's an indicator of how he's going to be, his voice acting for Knuckles in the movie if it's indicated by that trailer, he put effort into it. He didn't just phone it in. But
they probably noticed that people were paying attention when that first movie, when they were getting off the ground and people weren't cool with, they were vocal about not being cool with the design. I feel like it lit a fire where they were like, okay, people are paying attention. Let's do this right. And then with the first movie being as successful as it was, especially with pandemic times coming right around the corner, it's like, with this, you can tell they're trying to take it seriously. I just hope to God it doesn't go the Turtles out of the sewers route, and it's just like, wow, this is a bunch of garbage. You know what I'm saying? So, because
I did like the trailer though. It looks like it's going to be fun. Like
I was going to say fantastic. I mean, what about you, Ashley?
Have you seen the first one? I have not seen the first one. That's a movie we are wanting to watch, but just it's never like
it was a sneaker, man. I called it a sneaker because I thought it was not going to be that great, and especially with all the rumor. I mean, all the drama surrounding the behind the scenes with the design. When it came out, I just felt like if nobody's going to give it a chance, and it's probably not even that good anyways. It's probably wasted effort. No, me and my wife watched it, and we were like, this is a surprisingly fun movie, and it made you feel like good about watching Jim Carrey again, like old, because he was, to me, he felt like Ace Ventura. Yeah. And he had that Ace Ventura sarcasm in his character, like that was just real funny. He just it's real cutting and
What's great is like I remember people freaking out first when they saw his. I mean, I was like confused when I first saw his pictures as Robotnik. I was like, how that looks nothing like the character. And I mean, they do a great job because he morphs throughout the movie. And like, if you see the trailer for the next one,
He's fully more. It's like now he's the
the only thing he's missing is the grossly morbidly obese weight.
the spare
he's
tire.
got the mustache. Yeah, he's got the he like by the second trailer he's got the gigantic mustache.
And Ray, would you agree? It felt like the first one at least. It was like a good family style movie. Like just like the whole family would enjoy it. The action was just good. It was almost like watching the Power Rangers or something where. It just doesn't feel quite as serious. It's just a fun popcorn movie.
I mean, and plus, like, it's funny though. James Marsden has this thing where he keeps getting cast in these movies with CG leads. But I was like, it's Jimmy Marsden. I like the guy. I want to support him.
The Cyclops. So, he'll always be Cyclops to me.
Cyclops.
So it's like he gets
Teddy
a pass.
From Westworld. Yeah, but yeah, this one. So I'm glad they brought him back too. So.
Speaking of trailers, have any of y'all watched Boba Fett, Book of Boba Fett, and all that stuff?
Yeah, the last trailer. Yeah, I did. It's cool. Yeah, I can't wait.
It's one of those. It's one of those where like I they don't need to show me anything. I just want to watch it.
Yeah,
but it definitely looks good. And it makes me excited for what's to come with Hasbro and all that. But we'll get to that later.
I was going to say, speaking of Hasbro, though, because we've found out news this week, though, that their Rancor HasLab failed.
Oh, yes, it did.
Failed by about 500.
Yep,
they were close. They were close.
500 people.
Yeah,
backers.
They were off by 500 backers. But the funny thing is, I saw a comment. Someone said, if they had promoted this alongside of Boba Fett promotion, they probably would have had a better chance of getting it sold because they said there was one shot in the trailer.
Maybe they shot their wad on the Proton Pack promotions or something. They were trying to get that off the ground because that didn't drown it out.
Was a lot. Well, they were pushing like 3 things at once though in the HasLab, which is a lot. You're expecting.
Yeah, that does sound like a lot when you're trying to push expensive.
But dude, no, it was when it failed when they showed off the tiers. That too. I mean, as soon as they showed off, if the stretch goal stuff, people actually started dropping out. I mean, you could see the numbers go down on the.
What was the issue?
Because it was a Luke Skywalker.
It
was a Salacious Crumb who has.
It sounds like it seems like the stretch goals were just them trying to save money, but make it seem like you were getting something special. Like what was. Wasn't there a background that they said they were going to give you that was just made of cardboard though instead of trying to make something out of plastic or something like that?
Yeah, the diorama display, just a piece of cardboard.
Yeah.
But then they were they came back after all the complaints and they were like, okay, we're going to give you an all new tooled Rancor Keeper. Yay, we're doing what we say. But guess what? It comes in a bag and it's not carded.
Yeah.
So it's okay, thank you. Never mind. I think this was just the fans reacting, saying, give us what we want, or we're not gonna.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's just how the system works.
Yeah,
the fans spoke, and that's
free market. Dark free market.
I mean, it's all about tone, and let's lighten it up. It's just we'll politely decline this time.
Well, I mean, in comparison, look how fast. Look how fast the Proton Pack reached its goal, and it's already surpassed it.
Speaking of, did y'all? I mean, we're 19 minutes into the show, but I gotta share this real quick. Let me see if we can do a new tab. Yeah, let's just do this. But have any of y'all ever watched Adam Savage's YouTube channel?
Occasionally.
He's so speaking of the HasLab stuff, I mean, this is something I've got to start paying more attention to because I didn't know he was so involved in the toys too. But he'll review toys and do unboxings and mods and that things.
He did one episode where he built the whole Razor Crest.
Yeah, he actually gets to play around with the HasLab Proton Pack. If you really look, ads, guys. Hey, that toy life is brought to you by
Suvi kitchen robot.
Look at that. Smell that beautiful Brussels sprout. All right, but look at this. I mean, like he was showing him the battery process, right? Because remember I was telling you, if you look, see where he's unscrewing it right here. See, there's a piece that you're supposed to be able to like screw on there for the back, but instead they're going to include this. It's going to be hooked into the cable that goes to the pack, and it goes into your proton pack. I mean, into your neutrona wand, clicks into place, and then the power is fed from the proton pack. And see, when you switch it on, boom, he switches it on, and it powers the actual neutrona wand.
Wait, this is the Hasbro Pulse one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is the prototype pack that they've got, and they do a full dissection of this thing. You'll be able to take off that front part into the what's the thing called? The Cellatron or something Tron? But the circular part at the bottom of the pack.
There we go.
You'll be able to unscrew. I mean, well, I could back up into the thing, but he because he does take it out. Yeah, right here.
Oh,
look,
okay.
He shows you that you can just unscrew all that to take it apart, and I mean, this thing is cool. And there's the little side compartment near where the red switch is to turn it on. You can actually store stuff in there. But yeah, you just look, that stuff is actually going to come off. You take that off, and look, you'll have the inner mechanics in there.
Wait, so is this like metal?
I bet it's going to be die cast in plastic. I bet. But look, you'll have the emitters. You see where the color emitters are for the LED emitters are there. But you have all of that in the pack. And then on the other side, if you look, it's got the actual the fake mechanism. I mean, I'll be honest, and all this stuff. See how you can disconnect all that? They'll probably adapt that, but this thing's going to be like, they're basically making it to be modded so that you can do other things with it, like cosplaying and stuff.
I bet somebody's gonna add on all the upgrades from the video game.
They'll have an open port for you to add upgrades to and stuff like that. So they're doing it with the thought of you adding things to it. Because I mean, also the thing is built so that you have to put it on an Alice frame anyways to properly, if you want a proper pack. That'll add the extra weight. I think they said this is going to try to be about 13 to 15 pounds, I think. But yeah, you see how they got the detail inside there to make it seem like all the components. See when they pulled that out, it's they just I just thought that was really neat. But the inside of the little chamber there or whatever.
Just want to have someone power one up so I can like step away from it.
Just look at it.
Yeah,
suspiciously.
Right. No, I just want to. I would love to have a tour of the HasLabs and get to play around with that demo or whatever that is.
Why didn't you pull the trigger, man?
Steal their prototype. You can just steal their prototype.
Why didn't you pull the trigger?
Rancor.
I'll just wait and see, because it's going to drop in stores, and plus it won't even ship out until spring 2023.
That ain't gonna drop in stores.
You don't think it'll ever hit stores?
No. Hasbro Pulse doesn't do that. It's like it's one and done.
Okay.
He's thinking things now.
I mean, I bet the price though on it'll jump up to like the normal price of a Proton pack anyway. So it's
if you look at the trends from everything, the Hasbro Pulse stuff that's been released, as soon as it releases, as soon as people start getting their hands on them, it's almost double. You know, the Sentinel right now was it $399 or $499? I think it was $399, and you're going to pay $600 for one from somebody selling it right now.
Oh, I was going to say, Proton pack is like $2,000 anyways.
But go back and look at the freaking Jabba's sail barge.
Oh yeah.
You're paying thousands of dollars for it, huh?
I said that's an impressive piece too. I've seen that in toy stores, like in like the mom and pop shops and stuff. Those do. I know in some comic shops I've seen it displayed, and it's nice. But no, we were talking about the Marvel stuff, and I know that there was something that dropped with Hawkeye, right? There was Hawkeye, or
there was a reveal for it's not actual figures, it's the digital renders of them, but Marvel Legends has, I don't know if it's a 2-pack or if they're just releasing both figures, but they're doing figures for Hawkeye and Kate Bishop from the show.
And it's just going to be exclusive to.
I don't know if it's going to be exclusive. It's just a reveal. I don't know anything about like the release date. Otherwise, I probably would have pre-ordered it if there was a release date for it. Let me see if I can pull it up.
Yeah, because I don't see anything either.
Yep, $2,000. Sorry, $2,000. I just did a quick eBay search
Of the Rancor? The sail barge?
Yeah, $2,500 for a sealed box.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go.
But yeah, those HasLab, those Hawkeye and Kate Bishop figures look awesome.
All right, check out this link I just put.
And they will definitely be mine.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'd probably get both of those. If it's a 2-pack, I probably will order it. If it's both of them, I probably might get both of them because I was surprised at how much I've liked Kate Bishop, Haley Steinfeld's. Because the thing that's so great about her character is how well she balances with up against Jeremy Renner playing Hawkeye. They work so well off each other. Like
yeah, they do.
They're almost like a perfect duo.
She was. I'll be honest though. She probably makes it easy because she's a really good actress. I remember. She was doing
her first. Yeah, that was her first role. She got that.
Her and Jeff Bridges were so good together. Good together. But
I think she got
Hawkeye.
I think she took. I heard the story about how she got the role. It had to do with like a Target. Maybe it was like at a Target, something like that. It was just basically a line at some big store of for her to do the audition, and that was where it started for her. Was she just went as a kid basically. But yeah, that's the digital render. So it doesn't look like, I don't know if they've actually got them anything like as a working prototype. If there is anything physical, it might just be an unpainted.
Yeah.
But these are just digital right now, these pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
they'll get them pretty close.
Summer.
Yeah. Which is a little bit of a spoiler because, 4 episodes into the show, he has not gotten the suit yet. We're seeing in the story how he's going to get it, because I think we got the big show of how he's going to get it, which is I love the origin of how he's going to get the suit. If it's anything like how she got hers.
Now that's the suit she wears. She's already worn that suit, right?
I thought they modified it a little bit though.
The toy,
the people. Yeah, she's already wearing it now. But I thought
maybe they
do.
Oh God, additional booty shots. Why they had to?
Well, speaking of which, Austin, have you still not got the chance to
still not watch?
In?
It's on the list. Like I want to I'm gonna have to binge it, but I haven't had a chance to just sit down and watch too much of long drama. And I think the time we had devoted, it's been going to Yellowstone.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, this isn't too long of a show, though. I think, what is it? How many?
30, 40 minutes.
Yeah,
I was going to say about
30
minutes. That's good.
Yeah. Not too long.
Actually, it seems too short to me because when it ends, it's like, that's it. Bring more.
And it's only 6 episodes, I think it's going to be. Yeah. Jeez. So we're almost done. 2 episodes left.
Yep.
Speaking of which, we were talking about Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah,
and I'm
actually pretty excited.
Well, did along with Book of Boba Fett having a bunch of reveals this week, or trailers come out recent weeks. Did either you get a chance to pre-order it or look at any of the figures that are coming up that they revealed?
I've looked at them. I hadn't pre-ordered anything.
Okay. Is that I did put a pre-order down on Boba Fett from Hasbro Pulse, and I did it like right after it went up at 1:00 that day, and then by around 1:36 I went back just to see and sold out. They sold out of that one quick, and it sold out on Amazon. You can still pre-order it, I think, on Entertainment Earth.
Sorry, I didn't mean to knock the mic there.
And Phoenix Shan apparently, but they haven't put her up on Pulse. They, I put a pre-order in for her through Entertainment Earth, but I don't know anything about an official release for her yet.
They also have a pretty cool looking Hallmark ornament of the throne he's sitting on.
They're loving that imagery. Like, it's funny how much Lucasfilm has been promoting that just image of him sitting on Jabba's throne.
Oh yeah, look, this right here. I mean, it's sold out already, but look at the
that's the one
design
I'll
on
pre-order.
this.
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my
And,
god.
something I've noticed from the trailers too that they've shown with his face. I guess maybe it's just to make it easier for Tamara so that they don't have to keep, doing it every time. But you notice they've healed up a lot of the acid scars. Like I'm
I
guessing
was
that's
noticing.
why he's probably in that back to tank. I bet he was doing further healing for it.
Could be.
Because it looks about the
Either
time.
that or the lighting, you don't get to see it unless you stop and just unless he stops and takes a breath and you can actually get a good look at his face. But if he's, maybe it's one of that hard to look kind of things with the lighting. And then, but I agree with you.
I think it is. I think they're going to do something along the lines, but I think they're going to heal it up just because it makes it easier, so they don't have to keep adding prosthetics to his face and do hours of makeup.
But it's just I just like the fact. I mean, it sounds silly, but the just the shout out to Bacta because I enjoyed it when I saw it in the back. It was like the back to suit in The Last Jedi because I'm like, that's such a Star Wars thing that, it's in the expanded universe. It's always talked about, but we really only see Bacta once in the
Empire.
original trilogy. Yeah, in Empire. So it's cool getting to actually see that.
I know Padme should have been given birth in a back to
Oh God, man. Oh, by the way, it looks like this is actually going live instead of the, just the lunch. I guess the lunch pail lunchbox version. They're gonna put out the $30 box version. So either way, I've got to grab this if I see it in stores.
Pudgy Pig.
No, he's definitely bought because Pudgy Pig's my favorite. Yeah, and he looks great. The paint job on that looks great.
Is he up for? Is that pre-order or is that just regular?
Add to cart.
He's for sale. No, you can jump on Amazon. I think it's the same price, like $31.99 on Amazon.
Yeah, well, I think when it's a pre-order, it doesn't say add to cart; it just says pre-order.
Yeah.
On the page.
But, no, speaking of, actually, I just saw something pretty interesting there. Are they doing like some sort of a Jedi?
Oh yeah, did you want to show the? What about the new Megazord that was?
I was about to get to that. That was a good segue, but I saw there's the vintage collection of Ahsoka. I thought I saw some new Jedi that I wasn't aware of, but I think I guess I'm wrong. Anyway, yeah, dude, the big news. This I have to get. I'm really get a hold of this somehow.
Yeah, I'd say this is the most impressive thing about this is the fact that we're finally getting a Megazord that's actually got movement to it.
Oh my god,
that's what's so fantastic.
$165.99.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, dude. But look, it's like so many pieces,
and it's not just like a standing figure. It actually does.
Look, the faceplate comes off, so and you see this little Power Ranger thing.
You actually have to put it together like the Megazord, and you can do the tank mode also.
Yeah, see tank mode.
Yeah.
See, it works just like the others. Mine does all of this too, but this is just highly, highly detailed. I don't know. It just looks really good.
Well, I love the fact that
more. Like you said, more posable.
Move the legs and that's fantastic. Yeah, it looks.
Yeah, see, here's all the separate pieces.
Go Power Rangers!
And the next pictures are you can actually remove plates and see the Rangers inside.
Yeah, and inside the individual Zords, because like I said, if you look back at the, that's what's so crazy is on the head itself, you can take that when they're all together. But like you just pointed out, they've also got them on each individual Zord. Although it's if you look, this is going to be so tiny that you can barely see it anyway. So they didn't bother painting them fully. See, but they've done this for like ever. I remember doing all this, but I've got to have this.
And also look at that. They also have tiny little Ranger figures to put with them.
Yeah, little figures. And the thing is not only I'm sitting here looking at it, but my wife looked at it. I think it was you had sent me a link about it.
Yeah,
and I opened it up and she looked at it and we were like, wow. And we're just like going through all the photos.
Fantastic.
That's I can't wait like battle mode activated.
That's a heavy price, but man, it like that. Like I said, that's one of the most fantastic Megazord figures I think I've ever seen. Like, I think this may top the original that came out with the original series.
Well, I will say before Bandai sold the licensing, they did do a re-release, and it's like one of those legacy versions of die-cast that's similar to this, but it was like mostly die-cast and shiny and all that stuff.
Was it posable?
But I don't know if it was quite as posable as this, but it was probably pretty darn close.
Because
that's probably what this is.
Because that was always that was always the biggest stickler of all the Megazords was, especially the legs.
They're really,
the legs could not move at all. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the Megazord can. The legs they can kind of move, but they're still stiff. You know, you can't bend them at the ankles or anything like that.
Yeah, because I only had the Thunder Megazord and the Ninja Zord and the Ninja Megazord, and neither of those had very good leg movement.
I was going to say the Ninja Megazord and the leg movements on that one were even more restrictive because it was just the frog. It was just the frog legs or whatever.
And in the brace that would hold it, which is the front legs going into the front ones. So if you bend the knee, you would have that brace come out and it would kind of mess it up.
Yeah,
but even worse was the Thunder Megazord because the legs had to be turned sideways to go into the little leg holster things.
Mm-hmm.
So you literally couldn't move the legs at all, because they were meant to go sideways out. So unless you just want to set your Megazord to look like he's doing a giant jumping split, that was all you had. But yeah, that's fantastic looking though.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know if I'll be getting it, but it looks fantastic.
I want to. It's
sold out.
Crap. Yeah, it's sold out.
I didn't realize it sold out already. Wow.
Yeah.
It's already sold out. $165.99.
Oh, for sure.
Well, see, that's half the price of a Rancor. So that ought to tell somebody something. The Rancor.
Well, look how fast sold out after it came out. Ahsoka's lightsabers, the Force Fetch lightsabers on here, they sold out really quick. I think after they were revealed.
The thing is I think you can get. Well, I think you're talking about Are you talking about the Mandalorian versions?
Is
that
so.
What they are? Okay, I was going to say because you can buy them at the parks.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, on the website, it's like $250, I think, and it's sold out pretty quick. I usually my financial budgetary mind thinks, man, there's no way they can sell out of something that costs over $200. But then again, we are living the time of where if you want to find a PlayStation, you're gonna have to cough up $1,000 because all the scalpers have bought every store's worth of them.
Plus all these people out there that's got what they call this. They're like, hey man, you got any of that stimmy left?
Yeah, really.
Man.
Yep.
But y'all obviously don't pay bills. Good God Almighty. But anyways, hauls. Does anybody have any good hauls for this week or any good stores?
Whoa.
Ash has got something to show off though. He found some Super7 stuff.
Yeah.
What am I skipping?
He's gonna smack you.
Homie, there's several things that you have skipped.
What have I skipped, homie?
You just give me a second so I can share my tab over here.
Yeah,
He's while
he does that, let's talk a little. While he does that, Austin, let's talk some barbecue. Okay. So you go Carolina, or you go like Kansas sauce.
I really don't know because Carolina's more sweet, isn't it? Like
mustardy.
Yeah,
I love some Carolina sauce.
I would probably go Carolina, but that
Kansas is that kind of like tomatoey.
Now, see, sometimes it depends on what mood I'm in. I'll tell you one thing I've noticed though is there's a local burger place here in town in Savannah called Green Truck Pub. Shout out! They've got homemade ketchup. That's what they put on their burgers there. And I mean, some people I think my wife is not a huge fan of it, but I love it because it's almost like a marinara, but it's homemade ketchup, but it tastes more. It just tastes it to me. It's like what goes on a burger if I wanted a tomatoey taste.
And
but I don't like eating tomatoes on my burgers.
Yeah, and that right there is a sneak peek of our upcoming sister show, that Q Life, not to be confused with QAnon. No. We're talking about barbecue,
and not the other that Star Trek podcast.
Not about Q, the immortal weird being from Star Trek. No,
he was
we're
going to
talking
say
about barbecue.
like this. The people just tune in. And they just talk about how they're omnipotent beings. Like,
yes.
hey, and they're just snapping and everything. But
So what we got here, Ashley? Animaniacs.
So Super 7 Ultimates Animaniacs. Oh, I got to click on the thing first so you can see all the cool pictures.
So Hulu's really kind of like, or Hulu and Disney, or Hulu and Warner Brothers are really trying to jump back into this.
Yes, check these out. So these are these 6-inch scale figures or 7-inch? I think they're 7-inch scale figures.
wow, that looks fantastic.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm not a huge Pinky in the Brain or Animaniacs person, but these do kind of, look pretty cool.
No, I'm just acknowledging how great they are. I was always more of a Tiny Toons person.
Yeah,
but I have respect for Animaniacs. Mainly Pinky and the Brain are awesome. They're just hilarious to me.
Well, I loved how
that's cool.
I love how Animaniacs was so commentary oriented on making fun of like Hollywood in general.
No, it was for sure.
If I got one, it would be this one. He is just such a goofy looking
Pinky.
thing,
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Pinky's great. I mean, the thing is just they're both so great that I have to have both of them. If I'm gonna invest it all, I'm just gonna get them both.
I'm surprised they wouldn't sell them as a 2-pack.
He looks great. Yeah, you would think. It looks like one of those kind of like 2-packs that NECA would do.
Yeah.
God, look how posable and
oh yeah,
all the stuff. They have all the great stuff. Look, even he's the US board there.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that. Oh, that's so great.
Oh yeah. So you can set them up. Oh, you can actually have them do the. Oh, that's great.
What?
The famous song thing you did about the States. So you can actually set him up to look like he's in the middle of it. That's great.
So that's cool. And then of course I know this is something y'all will like.
Mandalorian again?
Yeah, we've already looked at that. Yeah.
Oh, not Mandalorian.
NECA is releasing this here Universal Monsters Frankenstein Raphael action figure.
That does look really good.
That's cute. Yeah, look at that. That's awesome. Look at the side. I love the side design.
It's all jagged.
Oh yes, like lightning bolts. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, that was it. That was my I wanted to cover stuff.
I saw go back to the previous page. I saw Catwoman because I just remembered something recently.
Oh yeah, Hot Toys.
Yeah, Hot Toys is releasing a Anne Hathaway's Catwoman from The Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah, I'm sure this one is $200 and some odd, but
I mean, it's Hot Toys. It's Hot Toys.
Woo! Yes, that looks fantabulous.
They all look. I mean, everything Hot Toys puts out looks great. I mean, this one in particular does. I will say it. Looking at her in the face looks just like her. It's crazy.
The only thing I don't like is the real hair. That's going to mess up over time.
Yeah. Not if you brush it.
Yeah. Then my wife comes in. What are you doing? Brushing my dolls.
Brushing tiny Anne Hathaway's hair.
Oh, that is cool, man. Golly. If only I could deal with that kind of money. Oh, $285 to $375. Woo,
that's why I'm saying we all just need to pull in and just get open up our own toy shop, and we'll collectively have all this stuff in our shop and playing with it and everything, because that's all them other dudes get, and they're all playing around and then doing online auctions.
Yes, the kit. Yeah.
All right, time for the toy hauls.
All right,
toy hauls.
So who wants to go first? Does anybody have any?
I mean, I have.
I do. Yeah, I have one thing that came in. It happened to come in today, being that we're recording today. I thought I was going to be here tomorrow. Who wants?
Go ahead.
I'll go. Okay. I got this on a whim because it was actually on sale. But I got this credit collection Mando.
Yes, sweet. Dude, that looks awesome.
Move this over so you can kind of get a better look at them. But yeah, I love the paint job on them.
What is credit collect? Oh, it's because it's got the credit at the top.
Yeah. So what these credit collections are like these the other one. So basically, what it is, it's repaint, but it's based on a repaint based on concept art that you see in the end credits of each Mandalorian episode.
Oh, okay, sweet.
So
Yeah,
this
Ray's
one,
got the big. What was his name?
Pax Vizsla,
Or the
character John Favreau
John
played in
Favreau.
Mandalorian, the heavy infantry. I got Austin got it for me last year for Christmas. He's also
Heavy infantry. That's not funny, man. He can't help his weight.
It's funny how now John hasn't really
So
bounced back yet. Like he doesn't care to like go small again because he used to just all the time just want.
Fluctuate.
He'll be like, I'm an MMA fighter. I'm a chef. I make lasagna. You know?
I think he's found that. Oh, I think he's found that happy medium because the happy.
Now he's
medium,
just found that.
The happy.
Now he's just
Happy
that-
medium.
Happy mealium.
Well,
Happy
yeah.
medium. Wow.
But yeah,
That's
Oh,
this
he's
is
pleasantly happy. I can tell. I mean, I ain't trying to trip on him or nothing. But
this is like the same type of thing. It's based on concept art of the character of the heavy infantry, and they just basically it's just a repaint, but uses the color that's used in that concept art. And I remember seeing this when they revealed it not too long ago. Just like to look up the concept, like just the color scheme. I love it. It's like a bunch of blue and silver, but also it's got a little bit of a purple right on this arm.
yeah, I was gonna say I saw that purplish. I didn't know if that was just the light hitting it or something.
No, it's just that arm. I don't think the other one has it, but yeah, it just looks fantastic.
It almost gives me a Jango Fett
a little bit
vibe.
Yeah. But like I also
bit
like
of
this
Jango
too.
vibe.
Like if you look on the chest plate, it's almost got like little paint splatters.
Mm-hmm.
You can kind of. But yeah,
I like that.
it came in like it was supposed to come in like next week at some point, and then all of a sudden it shot to like Sunday, and then all of a sudden it's out for delivery today. So I wasn't even expecting to get it.
Nice.
All right.
That's all I got.
Next, let's see. One thing I thought was pretty cute. Found this at a store. You guys hungry?
Is that chocolate?
No, it's gummy.
That's
remote.
a gummy PlayStation controller?
Yeah, it looks like a gummy. Yeah, it looks like a PlayStation controller. But yeah, thought that was cute.
Sweet.
But literally, right?
Sweet.
But
yes, very sweet.
No, the haul here is comics. I did get like a pretty good haul this week because they're finally finished with the War of the Bounty Hunters line in the Star Wars Marvel series, and so they've started like based on like it's kind of bouncing off that story. They're starting up the Crimson Reign series. Here, I'll take it out of the. I've been meaning to take them out, but it's Kira from Solo.
Oh, okay.
They're bringing her back big time. This all because now we're in between Empire and Return of the Jedi, so they're trying to gear up a story where she has been kind of like in hiding, waiting to come back.
So this takes place between. You said it takes
Empire
place between Empire and Return. So this means she survived the threat of Maul.
Yeah, and she was involved with the whole she's involved with the Han Solo debacle. So,
I'm
not going to say anything else. Frozen in carbonite.
Yeah,
That kind of brings her out of hiding.
Oh no. Oh, okay, yeah. It's just like my brain was not making connections for a minute there.
But yeah, it looks like they got a new Darth Vader cover.
Oh, sweet.
Cool.
Just looks good.
Is that really the third series now?
Yeah, pretty much. But this one takes place like kind of going along with what's going on in the Star Wars line. You know what I mean? So
I hadn't been keeping up with the Marvel Star Wars.
Yeah, and then you've got Bounty Hunters. Wait, did I switch that out? Yeah.
Being that you've been reading it, Austin, would you recommend the High Republic comic series?
So far, yeah, because they handle like some other things that are going on in the time, like in the world, like in the storyline, in the timeline. Have any of y'all read or know anything about it?
I know. Like I said, I've been totally out of the
I was going to say there's
a
basically a spoiler alert. There's a race, like some alien race called the Dringer, or Dringer, however you pronounce it. It's like a tree. It's like this invasive tree species kind of thing, and it's just causing a nuisance. And I feel like the comics right now, because I'm trying to read everything in chronological order, so I'm reading the novels. And I'm actually I'm actually done with the book or the books that are out so far, the adult novels, and so now I'm down to the let's see, I don't think I have it in here, but it's Race to Crash Point Tower. It's like a small, like young adult book.
Yeah, I've seen the book.
Once I'm done with that, then I'll go back to the comic series. But so far in the series, they've in the comics, they focus more on the battle against the Dringer or whatever you want to call it. And then, but it's been good. And the books have been great too. I just finished this book called oh Lord, I'm having a brain fart. The Rising Storm.
Oh, Rising Storm. Yeah,
the Rising Storm. And man, I'm telling you, that book is mostly battle. I didn't realize it was going to be that much just like of just an action piece.
Well, would you say it's okay, so in terms of that then, because Light of the Jedi was pretty similar. So is it like
pretty
that
similar?
Again?
It's pretty similar. It's in that vein, but it feels like it's even more of where when you finally stop to have a breath, you're like, wow, like we've been going for a long time, which I enjoy it. It's just like exhilarating because it's like just things that are going on. And plus maybe, I don't know if anybody will complain about this, but it just feels like it's one of those fast paced when you're reading an adult sized novel, but everything's happening within the span of like a few hours or something like that. It feels like one of those kind of books where when you're done with it, you're like, wow, I've only covered, I've read 400 pages and I've only covered, like, what would you say? 2% is discussion and stuff like that. But anyway, it's good series. Bounty Hunters, they're starting fresh too. This one follows, I don't know, you like that, right? It's got Bosk on the cover.
Yeah, Bosk. Yeah, my face.
They follow they follow some of the, it's like at first they were following a particular dude named and I was about to get his name confused with the Dringer, but his name is actually they used to have him in here. But anyway, he was like a half cyborg kind of character.
Oh, Billy Bob Thornton.
It's like Valance or something like that. I think it's Valance. But he was like this half human, half cyborg bounty hunter that's pretty awesome. He kind of reminds me of the Terminator. It was just the aesthetic.
He kind of sounds like, what's his name? Dringier from from the original trilogy. Isn't that his name? Dingar.
Yeah, I was about to say, you were saying the trees there, and I was like,
yeah,
come on.
Dingar, yeah. Like, because he was a cyborg, wasn't he?
Hey, is the jury still out on that? Maybe.
Oh, at least in the Legends, I think he was cyborg. I don't know if if he still is considered cyborg. But.
Yeah. But anyway, so then I got the main Star Wars line. It's kind of like Luke, following more of Luke's story. Going along. Cool. So that was good. But the main one I think y'all will be excited about. I have the new issue of Batman 89. And that cover
so they got Robin
amazing.
in there now.
Yep.
I still have not read that new issue yet.
I love that costume.
Don't spoil anything. I've only read issue 1.
I'm just saying, just based off the covers, I'm just saying this whole series so far, even the alternative covers have all been great.
Yeah.
It's been fantastic so far, and this just from like first 3 issues all I've read. I've not read 4 yet. I need to get it, but
so I need to buckle down and read those. I just haven't gotten to them yet.
It's a fantastic follow up so far. Like I'm excited for how they're gonna finish it up, wrap it up with the next 2. Because I think 6 issues. I think's what we're looking at.
Probably.
I think so. I think it's just limited to 6 issues. Probably more after if they do another story. But that looks gonna be fun.
No, and I'll say one last thing. I just feel like this is a good. I know you hate me talking about records, but I found a really good record.
Here we go, another record.
Oh yeah, another record, but on vinyl. The Tron Legacy soundtrack. Yeah. The Target exclusive, and it's on transparent blue and clear vinyl. And I know because Ashley's going to say,
you got to pull out the vinyl. I like looking at the colors.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. See, that's my favorite part. I love the color. Like black vinyl's cool and all if it's high, especially if it's high grade. But it's boring. You want different color.
TV kid here.
I'm gonna do it in reverse.
Cool colors.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it in reverse. Here's the second record is like clear, it's like
Oh, that's kind of
clear
cool
silver.
though. Yeah,
Yeah, it's kind of smoky. But then the first record's even better. I love this one. This is my favorite. It is like a blue.
Oh yeah, that is cool.
Yeah.
It's like a
See-through.
translucent action
Oh.
figure. Let's melt it down and create a Tron figure.
Yeah, and I love their shot from the movie.
Oh, Daft Punk. Okay, great.
Daft Punk, because they did the whole soundtrack. I mean, me and my wife just right when I got it, we blasted this. This is a really good. And what's insane is the Spotify had announced that they had, because I think it was like right when Daft Punk announced they were breaking up, they announced this definitive edition that they digital released, and it was like released on Spotify, maybe on other services like Apple, but I know, as far as I know, it was like limited to like Spotify and some others. But anyway, it was like a complete version of the soundtrack that hadn't been released before. And then I thought that this was just going to be a vinyl release of the regular version of the soundtrack, but no, I mean, it's got, you can see on the back here, it's a lot of tracks. It's pretty much got all the stuff plus all the bonus tracks except for like 2 tracks, which is weird. I don't know why they left out 2 tracks, but this is like the deluxe version. So if you're a Tron fanatic and want the soundtrack, and especially if you're collecting vinyl, I feel like this is a huge, and it was cheap. It was like $25 at Target. And I mean, this is, and plus this is a group that doesn't exist anymore. They broke up. You better get a good soundtrack, man. So, but yeah, that was my haul.
Okay. So my haul, it does include something that came in today, surprisingly.
Okay.
I was on Walmart.com yesterday.
Oh,
yeah, yesterday.
Oh,
and
MODOK.
This retails for $49.99, but it was on sale at Walmart for $22. So
wow.
I had to pull the trigger on it.
$22?
Yep, I didn't have it, so yeah.
Are you about to unbox it?
No, not right now, but I will.
No.
I am going to review this one. Yeah.
Speaking of MODOK, I did hear a rumor that he might be popping up in Ant-Man.
Yeah, I did hear that rumor too. I heard that rumor too.
Played by someone who was thought to be dead.
Yes, I heard that too.
But who was it? Okay, yeah. What else you got?
I got Baron Zemo or Citizen V.
Helmet Zemo.
Yeah, for the Thunderbolts. I bought this because I'm still putting together the Thanos, and I need more parts. I'm just lacking the Nighthawk figure and Ebony Maw, and I can finish Thanos off.
So, okay, so as someone not familiar with what are these people called?
The Thunderbolts.
No. The group Ebony Maw is part of, because I remember,
they're called the Black.
Because basically, like
something.
Because it's basically kind of like Marvel's version of Darkseid's little group.
Yeah.
I mean, well, Ebony Maw is almost just like Desaad.
Yeah.
Torture master, looks very sadistic. I was gonna say, like, is he very different looking in the comics from the film, or are they pretty much
who Ebony Maw? Actually, I don't. There's a point there where I didn't read much Marvel, so I know that there are a couple of them that I did read.
Mm-hmm.
Some issues that included them in it, but I just don't remember, to be honest.
Okay.
Sorry.
I mean, do they have a picture of them on the back of the?
It's
box?
just the you can barely see it. It's the
movie version.
Yeah, the movie version.
Okay, yeah, I see.
Yeah,
okay,
it's the movie version. And then while I was at Walmart too, this guy was like $9, so I got Captain America, the Avengers time jump suit, which is kind of crazy because it's silver and it should be white, but $9.99 Captain America figure.
Also, it never existed physically.
I wish they would do some. I mean, granted, I've still got him. I mean, he's hanging out over there, but I wish they would put out or redo some like of the other Marvel movie figures, like the non-MCU stuff, like the original Spider-Man, like Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
Oh, I imagine it's coming.
And Green Goblin and all that kind of stuff. That would be really cool. Which I've got a Tobey Spider-Man and a Green Goblin with the glider. The glider somewhere.
I guarantee you, it's really.
This is yeah. This
you have those Those are going.
Yeah, I've
those
got
are going
the-
for some big money right now.
I was going to say, I know the glider is at my mom's house, but I did recover these. If you look, I don't know if you can see. Well, you can't see it, so I'm just going to.
It's bizarre how committed Marvel and Sony have been to keeping a lid on the whole.
I know,
and that's so bizarre.
And that's what I'm saying. As soon as that movie comes out, I bet you the week after or 2 weeks after, you're going to see reveals for a whole pile of figures that you never thought you're going to get.
Yeah, because it's
dude. Yes, I remember those having those. Yeah. Those are going for legit money right now. The Doc Ock figure is crazy right now.
See, I never got any.
And I'm actually, and I'm actually kind of sad because I just saw Doc Ock in Planet Fun not long ago, and he wasn't. I mean, I want to say maybe $20 or $30, and he was.
Pick him up if you go back there.
He's gone. I bet he's gone.
Yeah.
So is he shooting up price because of No Way Home?
Last one I looked on eBay, it was like 160.
Oh wow!
$170.
I didn't even know that came with a removable helmet. That's really cool.
Yeah, you just take it. Yeah, these were pretty legit figures. I just remember getting these when the movie came out. I was so pumped.
Yeah, well, I think this was around that time when these type of like 20 to 30 point of posability. That's when they started to really hit their stride, where it's almost the norm now to start doing, because everybody was buying those up because so many, you got collectors that love to pose figures. So
right.
Oh yeah.
But no, I mean, the thing is though, is these weren't, I mean, I bet these were probably less than $10 a figure. And now these will probably cost you $20 a figure.
And they're more. Dude, those two are more right now. Yeah. I guarantee you.
I don't think I got any from the first two movies. Yeah. I only got them from the third.
So I got Kid from Kid and Play.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. From Class Act. I mean, I'm sorry. From
House Party.
I mean, House Party too.
Legion, the whole reason Age of Apocalypse started.
Gozer.
Yep. So I got him as well. And then I got the Age of Apocalypse Magneto.
That Fabio hair.
Yep. Then I got the Age of Apocalypse Shadow Cat.
Cool.
Yep.
Kitty Pride.
And then I got one that I'm super excited. Can't wait to open. The Age of Apocalypse Sabretooth.
Nice. Big boy.
So now that I have all of them, I can build the Age of Apocalypse Colossus figure, and he's going to be massive. So,
cool.
Nice.
Can't wait, man. This Sabretooth is really, really awesome.
Colossus, man, I think he probably still is in there, like one of my favorite X-Men.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, that would be like if we picked X-Men, I couldn't be Wolverine because usually it was always taken by somebody. But I was always Colossus because Colossus was my second favorite beyond Wolverine.
It's funny is him, and I did like Cyclops. I think James Marsden made me really like Cyclops more, but it always disappointed me though, because him and Colossus, the characters, they never really got a really good fair shot at screen time, being a character presence in the stories. Like Colossus got a little bit better due in Days of Future Past because he got to do some physical stuff, some fun physical stuff, like some cool moves, but he wasn't there much as a character though. But yeah, all right, let's move on. Oh, who is it?
Hermie. I think that might be it for this week.
That's it. Let's end that with little Miss Piggy. I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm done. That's I'm done.
And so mad.
It was fun to have Zakad here. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Sorry if you're still watching.
If we're able to meet up next week, let's talk about because I think we'll be coming up on the end of the year. I'm not sure if we'll be meeting one more time before the end of the year, but if we're not, we could probably talk about end of the year or 2021 favorites. Possibly.
Yes, 2021 favorite toys. Let's make some ground rules too next week.
Okay.
About what what is considered a 2021 favorite and all.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
because
I'm game for that.
We'd expand out if we just make it the whole episode. We can expand out just maybe a small section on toys, maybe movies and TV, and then
comics, whatever.
Cool. That sounds
all
fun.
right,
guys. Until next week.
Next week.
Fun. Yes, hands.
That toy life.
Fun.
To catch these ghosts, you need the real Ghostbusters.
Nice landing, Han Solo.
Spaceships and Luke Skywalker sold separately. Batteries not included.